Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great clearance price travel trailer value from Parkway RV Center, and I'm trying to dodge this storm moving in, so we're going to quickly go over the outside. This is a 2009 Jayco J-Flight G2 model number 31 BHDS. It's about 33 foot long with 2 slide outs. Great family camper. This was a Kentucky trade-in. A guy traded this and his truck in on a diesel motorhome. And I've got a power awning, as you can see, is in great shape. Tires look great. Looking around, got the spare tire on the back. Rear roof access ladder. Both slides look great, folks. You can see 2 big deep slides. These are 36-inch deep slides, so definitely one for a lot of interior space. Guys had this for several years, bought new in Kentucky. Weighs 7,546 pounds, empty, just like it sits right now before you add luggage, water, or propane. Got the diamond plating on the front. You can see the awning's just a couple of years old. It's in immaculate condition. Let's go inside and put this awning in, folks, before this storm hits. I don't want to take a chance of blowing it off. Of course, this one, folks, I've got plugged into power right now. Everything's on. Of course, you hit your retract button and up it comes. Anyway, folks, inside this RV, there's no smoke or pet odors. Very nice condition. The previous owner did do a little customization. He took the table and chairs out and put a recliner in because he wanted a comfortable place to watch TV at. So I'm leaving that recliner there. Now, if you want a table and chairs back in here, contact your sales department. We'll work out a deal on that. Don't think won't be that big of a deal. Some of you, because this thing's got the extra bunks in the back, probably won't even care if it's got a table and chairs or not. Does have a sleeper sofa that comes out and makes a queen size bed, and our awning is up. I love those power awnings, folks. That's just a prime example. That's why the advantage of a power awning over a manual awning. In the middle of the night, a storm like this blows up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to get up, get dressed, get outside, get soaked, put your awning up. All you got to do is walk up to the door, push the button. As easy as that. Anyway, here in the front bedroom, we got a queen island bed. And you got mini closets on each side. You have nightstands on each side. You got a queen. This is a 60 by 80 queen bed. Got the bed spread, of course, for it. Still in the bag. Got a place for a TV right here. Stereo system. Folks, Jayco is one of the older brands in the RV industry. In 2009, they were privately owned. Now they're owned by Thor. So I'm sure this changed a lot. But, of course, 80% in 2009, 80% of Jayco's workforce in their factory were either Amish or Mennonite up in Middlebury, Indiana. So you've got a lot of old school craftsmanship in this motorhome, or in this travel trailer. So keep that in mind, folks. These are Amish built cabinets, the furniture, everything, folks. This is back when Jayco was Jayco. And I haven't had any of the new Jaycos since Thor took them over. So, I mean, I'm not going to pass judgment saying they're better or worse until I see one in person. And that's just a matter of time before we get one now that they're about a year and a half old. It's just going to be a matter of time before we trade for one. But anyway, like I was saying, outside, a gentleman had this camper, had his truck, traded both in on a motorhome. I've got the truck for sale as well. 2006 Chevy 3500 dually diesel, which I know is kind of overkill for this size travel trailer, because at 7,500 pounds, you can tow this with most modern half-ton trucks. But you know, he had other things he towed too. That's why he had a dually truck. But like I said, we can put a table and chairs in if you want us to, and take that recliner out. That's entirely up to you. I'm going to leave it buyer's choice. At the $11,900 price, you get the recliner or the table and chairs, your choice. Kitchen, of course, immaculate. Guy was very, very clean. Stovetop oven, microwave, all that's in great shape. Doesn't look like it's hardly been cooked on. Double basin sink, microwave, refrigerator, Norcold 6 cubic foot, clean. And here comes the rain, folks. Guess I'm in a pretty good spot out here with at least power and air conditioning run to it. Well, it's going to be a pretty good little dash back to the office from here. But 4 degrees. I've actually had this one plugged up enough. You can tell everything works. Well, definitely everything's working. Of course, now the fridge probably needs to run a couple more hours. But this has been on about 3 hours now, so obviously it's getting pretty close to operating temp. It'll drop another 15 or 20 degrees in the fridge, so. But it takes them about 8 hours to get to operating temp. Everything's clean, folks. The guy's had this thing for several years, and he's taken care of it. There's no doubt about that. And I'm putting this up. Got some cabinets right here. You can use that for storage, pantry, or whatever you want to use it for. Good solid wood cabinets, folks. Nothing like a rainstorm in an RV. I'm telling you. Big closet right here. Here in the back, folks, I want to point out one thing. He did have a leak in this RV about 5 years ago, is what he told me. And he repaired the leak, and he's used it multiple times since then. There's nothing here that shows me any recent sign of water. But he did not repair the damage from the leak in the back. So I'm just telling you this, folks, because I don't want any surprises, but we are planning on putting something cosmetic to cover that up so you don't have to worry about seeing that. That will be included for that option A $11,900 price. You got a sleeper sofa back here and a bunk on top. But folks, of course, you know, and I'll be honest with you. I know saying the word leak in an RV is like saying bomb on an airplane, but guess what, folks? I've owned multiple RVs. Doesn't matter what kind of RV you buy, if it's a Class A, a travel trailer, B, C, a fifth wheel, toy hauler, whatever. Leaks is just part of owning an RV. They're going to pop up from time to time. There's no such thing as a leak-proof RV. That's just something that all RV dealers or all RV owners have to deal with. And like I said, it's obviously everything. And how I can tell if it's a fresh leak or not, folks, is you feel the wrinkled panels. If they're soft, then it's a recent leak. That means there's still moisture there. If they're hard as a rock and just wrinkled, then that's an old leak, and these aren't soft at all. So I am 99.9% certain it doesn't leak now, and this guy's been straight up with us. I don't think he would lie to us. He was he was an older gentleman, and he was very, very picky, to say the least, about what he bought and what he traded in. In fact, his truck only has 77,000 miles and is immaculate, just like the trailer. But anyway, we are going to fix that, and we're going to give you buyer's choice on the table booth. The table and chairs, well, if you want the booth, we'll have to talk, because we'll have to have cushions made to match. But that may cost you extra, but if you want the table and chairs instead of the recliner, we can definitely do that for the $11,900. Rear corner bathroom. Got a fantastic vent fan. He's got the Max Air vent covers on all the vents. Original carpet, original linoleum. Looks perfect. It's a nice family camper, folks. So, folks, we've got it clearance price for $11,900. What you get for that $11,900 is just very nice and clean 2009 Jayco J-Flight G2. Checked out, ready to go for that $11,900 option A price. Option 1 price. You get this unit checked out, ready to go. It'll go through an extensive RV component checkout by our certified RV techs. So what you're seeing is just how it came in, folks. Everything will be checked out. Anything found wrong with it that's on our standard RV component checkout list will be fixed, repaired, replaced before you pick it up or before we deliver it. And as always, folks, if you want to see everything that we cover for the price that you pay and repair if needed for the price that you pay, contact our sales department. Have them send you a list of all the components that we check out. It's very, very extensive. That's included for that $11,900 price. Ooh, it's coming down now. And you also, after it's been through service, you're also going to get a call from the service manager. He's going to set up a time to pick it up. When you arrive here on your appointed time, the RV tech that checked it out is going to have it hooked into water and power and propane and all that. He's going to spend some time with you going over it all, showing you how to operate it, how to set it up at the campground. He's going to show you, so give you tips, tricks, and pointers. Going to give you, tell you anything he had to do as far as repairs and more. And that's included, folks, for that $11,900 price. And not only that, but you get 21 nights of free camping, up to 7 nights at a time at select RV resorts nationwide. A lot of them got some great positive feedback from all of our customers that have taken advantage of that free camping offer. I've used it myself. It's great. We stayed at the one in Florida. It was a great campground. I mean, these are at minimum of $50 a night campground, at maximum $100 a night. So you get 21 nights free in a 12-month period, up to 7 nights at a time. So put a pencil to that, folks. That's at minimum $1,000 worth of free camping. But that's included, and the checkout, the inspection, and your choice of either the recliner or the table and chairs. Also get a, and we'll have that. Now, folks, that may not match exactly, but we will cover up that in the back. Obviously, it's not leaking now, but we'll double check it, make sure when we do our checkout. But I can tell you right now, it's not leaking, so that'll be included. Also, folks, you get a drive-out tag, you get a starter kit with all your camping essentials, and much more. That's all included. $11,900 out the door, plus applicable sales tax. And if you've got a question about how much sales tax is for you, because I know it depends on where you live and how you're going to pay for it, give our sales department a call. They'll give you an amount and when and where you have to pay it. Sales tax laws are complicated, folks. They vary from state to state. It varies if you've got a trade-in. It varies if you're financing or you're paying cash. A lot of variances, so I really can't tell you. It's hard to really tell you because each sales tax amount varies on the individual and how you're paying, etc. So call ahead, get your exact amount of sales tax that you will have to pay and who you need to pay it to, whether it's us or your state, your tag office, when you tag and title this camper. And like I said, give us a call. My salespeople explain that a little bit better and give you an amount. No extra fees, folks. No setup fees, no freight fees, no dock fees, no prep fees. No extra fees whatsoever. All those fees these dealers sometimes charge you thousands of dollars for after you make the deal are 100% dealer profit. And that's a main reason why so many people are hauling campers and driving motorhomes, that they owe way more than it's worth because of fees and everything else that they do to you. But $11,900, that's a haggle-free price, checked out, ready to go. If you want to take the RV just like it sits, without fixing that back wall, with the recliner in it, without putting the table and chairs, as is, where is, no checkout, no inspection, no free camping, no walk-through demonstration, we'll take $11,600 for it. If you want a warranty on the $11,900 price, it's an extra $500. So got 3 different prices for you. Depends on what all you want with it. $11,900, which is what most of you are going to buy it for, checked out, ready to go, with the back fixed and more. Or $11,600 as is, just hook to your vehicle and go. We'll make sure the rooms work, which they obviously do. Or you can do $12,400 with all the benefits plus a 90-day nationwide limited warranty. So if you got any questions about our pricing, they're all haggle-free prices, folks. That means firm, non-negotiable. We don't take offers. If you send me an offer via email, we're just going to reply back. We only have haggle-free prices. But that's the 3 prices you can buy this camper for, folks. Not trying to be difficult, but this is that. I know it's got that little spot in the back, but this is a nice, clean camper. It's not smoked up. No water odors. Like, you know, you go in one, sometimes you smell mold, mildew, or just water odors. None of that. This is a nice, clean camper that I wouldn't hesitate to sell to anybody, even family members, folks. I mean, this is a nice little camper. Got a lot of room in it thanks to those 2 slides. It's priced right at $11,900. I mean, folks, I'll be honest with you, 06s online are bringing what this 09 is. Anyway, give us a call, 706-965-7929, evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. Air's cold, fridge is cold, lights work. I mean, this guy was just using this camper just a few weeks ago. I seriously doubt there's much of any problem with it. But folks, here's what you need to do. This is what everybody needs to do before coming down here. Let us know you're coming, first of all. Never drive anywhere to look at a used vehicle without calling to verify availability first, because I never delete my YouTube videos. This thing could be on, this is July 6th, 2018, and I don't know when you're watching this video, but keep that in mind, folks. Call ahead, make sure it's available, make sure it doesn't have a deposit on it. Call right before you leave the house so you can, don't wait a week before you leave the house to call. I've actually had people do that before, and they don't leave to come down here until a week later, and they get down here and guess what? It's sold. Always wait to call right before you leave the house. Let the salesperson know you're coming. Give us enough notice. We'll run power out here to it, turn the air on, turn the fridge on, get everything cooled off for you, because folks, let me tell you, Northwest Georgia this time of year is, you do not want to spend any time in a camper this time of year. And you see, I'm born and raised here. Let me tell you something. Yesterday, I did a work and play toy hauler, and I ran it off the little generator, which you can't run the air off. I was in it about 30, 45 minutes, getting everything ready, then shooting the video. But tell you something, folks. I went home right after I did that and got sick as a dog from the heat. And I'm born and bred and raised in this heat. And even now, folks, I can't take it anymore. And I know if those of you coming from up north or cooler climate weather can't take it either. The humidity and the heat that builds up in these RVs is just absolutely unbearable. So I do not recommend coming out here to look at this RV without letting us know, so we can get it cooled off for you and you can spend some time in it without having a heat stroke. So, and I've already had to call an ambulance on one of my employees for heat stroke this year too. So that's not really no laughing matter, but it's the truth, folks. So be careful. Come out here, and of course we've got bottled water for all of our customers, so you can stay hydrated. It's free in the showroom, nice and cold for you. But if you can let us know you're coming on this particular unit. Now, if you're coming to look at several of them, obviously we can't do it on all of them, but if you're coming to look at a particular one, we'll hook it into power, have everything on for you, and you can do your own inspection, plus be able to stay in it for a while without getting a heat stroke. And then you can decide if you want to do the as-is price or the option 1, $11,900, or the $11,900 plus $500 for a warranty. You can spend some time in it, get to know it a little bit before you decide if you want to buy it. That's the way you need to buy any used vehicle, folks, whether it's a drivable or a towable RV. But anyway, call us, let us know you're coming so we can let you know if it's available. Make an appointment. We'll have it hooked up to power, so when you get here, you can spend some time in it, folks. And if you come down here without calling us, all I can say, and if you get down here and it's got a deposit on it or it's sold, all I can say is I told you so. But anyway, your choice of how you want to pay for it, $11,600, $11,900, or $12,400, each with different benefits to the buyer. And I'll have everything posted in the ad as far as how our clearance prices work and what you get for each price point. All those three of those prices, folks, are haggle free. Again, doesn't matter if you're paying cash, finance, trade. Folks, cash discounts went away the way of the pager. I mean, they're a thing of the past. It's all cash now. All goes into the bank. All the proper forms are filled out. If you pay over a certain amount, just like any dealer should do, of course, we do all the 8,300 forms and all that. There is no hiding money no more in this day and age thanks to computers. So the days of dealers giving you cash discounts are long over with. So it doesn't matter to us if you pay cash, if you finance, if you trade, or a combination of the three. It's all the same. We do have financing available with approved credit, minimum 10% down payment, cash or trade equity. So if you've got a question about any of that, give us a call. Again, our phone number, which is answered 24/7, is 706-965-7929. If it's after hours, we have an answering service. It has basic information. And if they can't answer your question, they'll get your contact info, and one of our non-commissioned sales department will call you back the next business day. We have a 24/7 operator chat feature on our website, parkwayrvcenter.com. Again, answered 24/7. If they know basic information. If they can't help you, they will get your information. And again, one of our sales department will contact you the next business day. Don't be scared of our salespeople, folks. We're not like these corporate dealers like Rip Off World, where everybody's on 25% commission, and just they're getting there to rip you off, because the more profit they make, the more commission they make. Everybody here is on salary. That's the way our salespeople prefer it, because they know what they bring home every week before the week even starts. That's the way our customers prefer it, because they don't have to put up with the sales pressure, the trouble, the drama, the lies that you get with a lot of commission salespeople. I'm not saying all commission salespeople are bad, but anytime you're dealing with a commission salesperson, keep in mind the dealership they work for is rewarding them for ripping you off, because the more profit they make the dealership, in other words, the more money they get you to pay for a particular unit, the more commission they make. They get 25% of the gross profit. So that also means that dealer has to mark their units up an additional 25% to cover the salesperson's commission. That's how these big dealers that have 40, 50 salespeople can keep that many salespeople working together, because obviously they're only going to sell a couple a month, but they make big money when they do sell those couple a month. Well, guys, my salespeople are salary based only. They get paid the same whether you buy one or not. That's the way we've always done it, and that's the way our customers prefer it. So basically, folks, 50 years in business, Parkway RV Center has learned you do away with everything everybody hates about buying a used vehicle. We did away with haggling. We did away with commission salespeople, and we did away with fees. That's how you stay in business since 1968, 3 generations, family owned and operated. And if that's not a true testimony to how a dealership treats their customers, I don't know what else is. 50 years in business, folks. A long time in this industry. Probably one of the oldest in the United States. And we're not going nowhere, folks. We sold almost 600 RVs last year. That's our average for pretty much every year, folks, between 550 to 620. You don't sell that many RVs unless you're doing something right, especially in this competitive market, because there's literally thousands of RV dealers out there. And they all post their inventory online. So we do things different. If you've been to these other RV dealerships, got a bad taste in your mouth, we're not all the same, folks. You know, we're one of the few dealers around that you can actually look at an inventory of 140 used RVs completely unescorted with prices on them, without having to go through a sales office, without having to give up your personal information before they even let you on the dealership lot to look at inventory. You can look without having a salesperson following you around trying to sell you a $250,000 motorhome when you're just looking for a $12,000 travel trailer, because that's what these commission salespeople do. They try to swing you onto the one that's got the highest profit margin so they can make the most commission. And it doesn't matter to them if it's the right one for you or not, because that's why they try to talk you into buying something you don't need. You know, folks, here, everybody here that comes on this a lot is an adult. Nobody has to put a smoking gun to your head to get you to buy. We don't. We want you to buy when you're ready to buy. No, we don't want buyer's remorse. You can come here and look as many times as you want. Nobody's going to pressure you. Nobody's going to bother you. All you got to do is just tell them you just want to look, and they'll leave you alone. They won't even ask for your name if you don't want to give it to them. And folks, that's the way buying and selling should be. So definitely, if you've been to these other dealerships, before you give up buying from an RV dealer, you need to check us out, folks. Anyway, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out this 2009 Jayco J-Flight G2. This is a nice rig. Make anybody a nice little camper. No odors. Everything's clean. All original, except for, of course, the chair's been moved. But it's definitely one that the whole family can use. It can sleep right now up to 7, and if you remove that recliner, or you've got room for an air mattress if you need to sleep 9. Probably room for a couple of air mattresses in here if you needed it. Thank you again for watching. Nationwide deliveries available and much more. Look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.